Hi everyone, it's Leah and Adele here at our farm in Alagaja. As you may know, Adele is my sister and I love her more than anything else in the world. On our farm, we have lots of vegetables as well as fruit trees. We have mangosteen, pulasan, and rambutan. But our favorite of all is durian. I wonder what I can do to make durian more exciting instead of eating it on its own. Oh, I know! Surprise! Hi everyone, I'm here at Aeon Alpha Angle Bake Everything, and today I will be making a durian cake using light sponge cake mix from Bake Everything, and I have a very special guest, the auntie behind Bake Everything, Aunty Haizon.
Hi Leah!
Hello, how are you?
Hi, welcome to Bake Everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we will start with our light sponge cake mix. So this light sponge is very light, very fluffy, and it's also very easy to make. So first, I have my bowl. Okay. So Auntie, can you add in the eggs, please?
Okay. 4 eggs.
Yep. So we have eggs, oil, and water, and the premix as well. Okay. So the oil will be last. So I will need the mixer.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. So I will whisk the eggs first until the yolks are all broken. We'll start with beating the eggs together. Okay, so first I'll just go on light speed with a hand mixer. You will require a hand mixer when you're making this light sponge cake because you have to beat the batter until it's very fluffy. Okay.
Normally how many minutes?
Maybe about half an hour to an hour.
Oh.
So when you're done mixing it, then you have to bake it for another half an hour. So maybe about 1.5 hours of baking.
Can we use the hand?
If you use the hand, then you don't have to exercise for about 2 months because you have to beat it really hard. Okay, so next I'll add in our light sponge premix. Okay.
So
now
continue.
I'll beat it again. This is where you will need a hand mixer or a stand mixer. Okay, so I'm going to incorporate in the egg together with the flour and the premix. Okay.
Where do you want to put the water?
The water will go in once you don't see any more white of the premix. So once it's mixed in together, it's all yellow, then you can add in the water. Okay, gradually half.
Gradually.
Yep. Just a bit at a time.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Half.
Okay. So now you're mixing this, you can see that it's getting lighter and lighter. Okay, the rest of the water. So now you have to beat it for around 10 minutes because you need to wait until when you pull up your mixer, there's ribbons forming. So now there's no ribbons.
No more.
There's no ribbons at all. So now you have to beat it for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. This is why you need a hand mixer. Okay, so now I'll tilt the bowl so that all the liquid will go down to the bottom and the mixer it's easier for the mixer to mix.
Are you using the maximum power for the mixer?
Well, you have to wait a bit until it's well incorporated, then you can go higher. Okay? Like if you have the premix out not incorporated yet, then everything will just fly away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So now you just mix it slowly, gradually go higher, not all at once. Okay.
But still very convenient, right?
Yes, because all these ingredients you can get at home. There's no need for milk that you have to go and buy, or there's no need for any special ingredients because everything is already in the premix and you only need household ingredients like oil, water and eggs. That's why this is so simple.
You just need the hand mixer to work for it.
Yes.
So it's so convenient.
Let's check. We've been beating maybe about 2 minutes. You will see that there are slight ribbons, very slight. But you can see a lot of air bubbles. That means we are beating it right, okay? So we'll beat a bit more. High speed. Now you can see there's a lot of bubbles forming. That's all the air that's going in. As you can see, it's not quite ribbony yet. So I'm going to go and take some time to beat this, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been beating this for about 5 minutes and you can start to see the ribbons.
Oh.
And it's not sinking as quickly. So you can see, right?
Yes.
It's not going down so fast and it's like stacking up on each other. So I'll maybe mix for about another 2 minutes on high speed. Okay, now you can start to see that it's stacking more.
See?
And Haizon, can you please help?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so you're going to hold the bowl
Sure.
at an angle so that all the liquid will go down, and then you just go higher speed.
Wow.
Okay, I think that's done. So turn it off. Yep, okay. Okay, let's see the ribbons. Oh, now it's almost like when you beat egg whites. When you beat egg whites, you can put it over your head. But since there's egg yolks and all this other stuff in it, it's still ribbony, but you cannot put it over your head.
Yeah,
okay?
we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now this is done. I'm going to put this aside.
okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to incorporate in our oil. But when you mix in the oil, you have to use a spatula and you have to whip it in really quickly without breaking all the air bubbles, because when you have a light sponge cake, there's a lot of bubbles inside. And that's why it's so light, that's why it's called a light sponge. So when I incorporate this oil in, I'm not going to use the hand mixer,
right?
yeah, because that will break the bubbles. So I'll just pour it in and use the spatula. So while I'm mixing this, Auntie, can you tell us what you think about Bake Everything, and have you tried it at home before?
Yes, definitely. Okay, Bake Everything is actually the most practical solution for you. For me, as a career lady, right? For example, if I'm thinking to bake, I don't have so much time, and I don't have time to go around the supermarket to look for the ingredients. So the pack of Bake Everything, the premix, basically actually give you the total solution. You just follow the simple steps that Leah showed to you, then you bake it. And if let's say, for example, right, tomorrow is your friend's birthday, your best friend's birthday. Okay, it's just nice to bake this premix and deco it greatly for your friends.
And like if I have
Yes.
to bake a cake so suddenly and I forgot about it, then I'll have to go around the whole store. I have to go buy like a big bulk of one pack of flour and a bottle of baking soda and baking powder. That's very inconvenient because I might be only baking for this one time and then not bake for maybe another year. Then that will be very wasteful for your ingredients as well, because you're not going to use that. So when you have Bake Everything, you just pour everything into a bowl, follow the instructions, that's all. So it's very simple and it's also less wasteful.
Reduce wastage, and actually you can keep this pack 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at your house, so you can bake at any time you wish to.
And also this is very practical for people who are learning to bake for the first time, because the instructions are very clear and you can also follow it very easily. So if you're with your friends or you have your family baking with you, then this is a very good way of bonding. Okay, so now Auntie, this is done. You can see the ribbons and I've already incorporated in the oil. You can see now that I've incorporated in the oil, it's just staying on the surface.
Yes, it's more fluffy.
Yeah.
Some sort like double up.
Yes, and you can see there's bubbles as well. That's the air that's been beaten into it. So now I'm going to pour our cake mix into the tray. Okay. Okay, Auntie, can you scrape down the bowl, please?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So this is how you can bake with your friends and your family.
Yes, this is a bonding time as well,
Yes.
actually.
So maybe if you have your kids that are wanting to bake, but maybe you want them to learn in the most simple way possible before they are trying something new, this is one of the ways to do it.
You can make a perfect cake below 50 ringgit of the cost. So Bake Everything actually giving you a very good solution for you to have a perfect cakes.
Okay, so now this is done. We're going to pop it into the oven at 180 Celsius for about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. But when you use a toothpick, you poke it in a few times, then when it comes out, it's clean, then it's done.
Yep.
Okay, now I put it in the oven. Okay.
Leah, what is this?
Oh, this is durian,
Oh my
the king of
goodness.
fruits. It smells so good.
Yes!
Okay, so
This is D24.
now we have de-seeded the durian from the seed.
Yep.
And now we're going to make the puree. So it's going to go in between the layers of the cake. Okay, so now I'm going to
open this blender and we're gonna add in the durian. Oh, it smells so good.
It's just the flesh.
Yes, the pure flesh, nothing else. Okay, so now I'll put this aside.
Okay, right.
Okay, then I'll put the lid on.
You want to put
The milk, we have milk as well actually. That is to make the durian more creamy instead of just chunky like that. So we are gonna blend this first. Okay, so we're gonna blend it. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Alright, so now you have to scrape it down. You can see it's kind of like a fibrous jam.
Wow. The smell is so aromatic.
That just exploded. Okay.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna add in the milk. We have 30 grams of milk for 300 grams of durian.
Yes.
Okay. Lid back on. Okay.
And put back.
Yep.
Make sure it's
Slicked.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Even when it's blending, you can smell it from the outside.
Yes, it mixed with the milk.
Okay, let's check it again. Okay, so now I have to scrape down the side so that it's well blended. You can see the milk is actually sitting at the bottom. Done. Okay, now we have our durian puree that smells amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna put this into the fridge to chill. It has to be very cold when we put it on the cake, so that when you're eating a cake, just imagine. Durian is so good on its own. Put it in the cake.
Leah, can we change with other fruits? Like
Yes, you can
cempedak?
use other fruits like cempedak and what else?
What else? Anything that.
But
you know?
mangoes, you can put it in as well. So really just imagine whatever you want, whatever you think will taste nice, because the cake is actually very universal for a lot of flavors. So this will go in the fridge.
Yes, the
And
hero
now
of
we
the
will
day.
prepare our whipping cream. Okay. Okay, now that our durian puree is in the fridge, I have to start with my whipping cream. Okay, so I'm using non-dairy whipping cream because non-dairy is actually easier to use and you can't overbeat it as easily as dairy. So if you're overbeating dairy whipping cream, it can turn into butter. So it will turn from over whipped cream to buttermilk to butter. So that is not what you want. So when you're using this non-dairy, it actually turns into butter slower. So when you're a beginner, this is something that you can use. I'm going to use my hand today because when you're using your hand to whisk whipping cream or meringue, you can always feel how whipped you want it. So it's always safer to use your hand. But it is a workout. Okay, so
That is the baker's feeling.
wish me luck. Okay, so I have to whip this. Okay, let's go.
You see, they still have a skill to whip.
Okay, you can see the bubbles are actually coming very quickly. I'm basically going down and up, and then side to side, so that there's a lot of air going in, okay? Okay, you can see it's getting a bit chunky.
If non-dairy is normally come from plant-based.
Yes, plant-based or nut-based
Oh,
or
I see.
coconut cream. That's all non-dairy.
So it goods for those who are low lactose intolerance. So
Like me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I regret.
come on, Leah. You can do it.
I can do this. Okay,
This is a very good
So-
exercise.
I'm gonna hold it like this,
Mm.
like I'm hugging the bowl, and then I'll hold it like this, so I have more surface area to beat. Okay?
Okay. Go, Leah. This is a very good exercise for your right hand. So, but if let's say you are the left-handed,
Actually, you can switch, so it's not tiring for one arm. You can see it's already getting into soft peaks.
left and right, left and right.
A bit more.
You want me to help you?
I think I'm almost there.
Okay. Go,
Okay.
Leah. Go, Leah.
It's starting to go into stiff peaks, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, come on. The cream turns into foaming.
It's actually doubling.
foaming. Yep.
There was so little, 250 grams. Now it's double in size because of all the air that's bitten into it.
So that's how we mix the Western and also local traditional foods come into a great arts of cakes. Oh,
I feel my face going red. I feel it.
Then after this, you can enjoy the cakes without sin.
Yes. You're working out before you get to eat it. Okay, it's good. You can see this is dropping very slowly, but it's still dropping. Oh, okay.
It's supposed not to be
more.
drop, right?
Yes. Bit more and more. Okay.
Okay. You can try over me. Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna do it with the bowl. Now we're gonna chill this and we're gonna move on to our next part of the cake, our pistachios. Okay, can you help put this in the fridge
Sure.
while I wait for my hand to revive?
Let's do it.
Okay, now we are going to chop some pistachios to make it look like it's a durian with all the spikes. So I have some roasted pistachios here. Okay, so first I'm going to cut it. But you can see that my cutting board is actually very wobbly and it's very dangerous when you're doing this. So if you have a knife, you can suddenly move and you'll cut yourself. Okay, so I have this hack. You get a cloth, okay, a tablecloth or anything, as long as it's a cloth, just put it underneath, okay, like that.
Is it here?
Yeah, just put it right on top. So now it's not moving. So I'm going to cut a few, maybe half of this to garnish on top of the cake. So when you're holding your knife, you have to be very careful because a lot of people are holding knives like this. When you hold your knife like this, your finger can slip to go down and then you can cut yourself while you're going down. So that's very dangerous. When you're holding it like this, which is the right way to hold a knife, with your thumb on one side, your index on the other, and 3 fingers on the handle. So now you have a lot of control over the knife, okay? So I'm gonna grab some that's roasted already and I'm gonna do the claw technique, okay? The claw technique is when you're pinching your pinky and your thumb together and 3 fingers are in front. This is so that your fingers are a guide, so you cannot cut yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this, just chop it a bit.
So this is another process where you want to, elevate the quality of the cakes.
As well as the aesthetic of the cake.
From the cakes to the durian to the cream, then now we put pistachio in it. So you can imagine how the taste will look like.
There's a lot of different flavor notes. You can tell that durian is actually very strong flavor, and when you have a pistachio, it will kind of make the durian go not as strong when you can still taste the cake, the whipping cream and the pistachio. So everything is well balanced. If you only have durian, you're just eating a big spoon of durian. That's good. But when you're making a cake like this, you need to have a lot of balance. Okay, so when you're cutting this, right, you can put your hand on top here, 3 fingers, and then the other 2 fingers are just up. If not, your fingers will go down, then you'll chop yourself.
We can have different kinds of nuts as well, right?
Yes, you can put almonds, walnuts, cashew nuts. Yeah, as long as it's something that isn't too strong that it will overpower the durian, but as long as it's something that will give you texture and a bit of nuttiness.
So it's not just only baking a cake, but also Leah will show you how to decorate it nicely. That's why just now we talked about birthday cakes, right? So this is how we can produce a cake which is very minimum cost and you don't need to be professional.
That's why bake everything is something that you can do as a beginner baker.
Yes, everyone can bake.
You don't need to learn for years to know how to bake. So with bake everything, it is something that you can just bake instantly with minimal knowledge in baking and cooking. Okay, so now we have most of our pistachio done. I'm going to use this later. Okay, let's go decorate our cake. Put this aside. Okay, let's grab our cake. I have my cake here that's been magically cut. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. Okay, so this is going to be a very tall cake. Okay, so I'm going to need to prepare my stuff, so we will be right back. Okay, now for the last part, we are going to decorate the cake. Okay, so first I'm going to use my offset spatula. I'm going to take a bit of this cream and I'm going to put it here so that the cake won't move. Yeah, so just a tiny bit. Okay, alright. So I'm going to grab one. Okay, can you hold this please? Thank you. Okay, I'll grab one cake that's been magically cut and just drop it. Okay, now I'm going to use the spoon and I'm going to get some cream, about that much, dollop it on, okay? With the spoon here. Then I'm going to use my offset spatula and this turntable to go and smooth it out. This. You don't want it to be too thick because you want to see the color of the durian when you cut it open.
This needs skill, right, Leah?
Yes. So, but it's easy to learn. So you just have to keep on doing it. Okay. So I'm going to need another bowl. Okay, because I don't want the crumbs from the cake to go back into the cream. Then it will make it very ugly and not white. So I'll just scrape this off here on another bowl. Okay.
So it's clean.
Yeah, so it's clean. Alright, so now I'm going to grab some of my durian puree. I put it on here. And then I'll spread it. Okay, so this is when the color will come out. Okay, you have to be very gentle.
This is a fresh durian.
Yes.
So
it's not processed, there's no sugar, it's just milk to make it
Yes.
creamier.
Yes.
So just a bit more. Then I'll scrape it off. Always remember to scrape it off. And then a bit more durian.
This is like East meet West, you know, when you have the creams and the durian come together and you can feel how the taste will be.
Now that's done, you can see the cake is actually not very level. So in those areas, you can just put more durian.
Oh.
That's what you do. Okay, so just a bit more.
So don't need to be too perfect, right? You just can alter it.
And now we're gonna use our magic and we're gonna do everything. Okay? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to fill this piping bag with our cream. Okay, so you just open it up and then put it over your hand, just like that. So you have a small opening. Alright, so I'll use a spoon. I'll put it in and then I will grab the spoon and then that's super simple. Aunty Haizon, I'm going to show you how to pipe on
Yes.
a swirl. Very simple, just so that you can see more than just a cake, like that. Okay, so I'll just press out some bubbles, if not the piping bag will just suddenly stop and just air will come out. So just scrape it down a bit. Okay, wrap it around my finger so it doesn't come out the wrong way. Okay, now, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, for every slice of a cake, just imagine maybe there's 4 slices. So maybe I'll do about 5. So 1 here. You just go like that, go one round.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how you're gonna do a swirl. Press, even pressure. Just go down, then come up, let go. Okay, hold it. Yep, okay. Press.
Press.
Okay, go down a bit. Okay, turn. Okay, let go. Okay, that's okay. That's more like a star, but you can try again. So,
Okay. Continue.
yep. Okay.
Press.
Go up a bit. Okay. Yep. One more here. Okay. Use your hands and just go like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll spread it out. Okay. Like that. And also when you're doing this type of hands-on, you have to make sure your hands are always clean, because it's very dangerous to eat when your hands are not clean. When you touch something, then you haven't washed your hands. I'll just do the bottom layer of the cake. For the top, I will leave it clean. Okay, that's all. So then on top, right, hold on, let me just wipe my hands a bit. Okay, so now on top, we're going to use my grater. Grab a whole pistachio, and it's actually good to use pistachios because there are so many color notes. There's green, there's brown, there's a bit of purple, so that is very good. So I'll just use a shredder. I'll go like that. So there's just a tiny touch.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Just go all around.
Sure. So, okay. Just spread it.
It looks like there's like some kind of lime zest,
Yes.
but it really is just for your flavor notes. For the final touches,
Yeah. Make it,
look really nice.
make it more interesting and more rustic, more beautiful, more sexy.
And ta-da! It's done! Okay, so finally we're done. It didn't take very long because it's very simple to make and it's very straightforward steps that you can do. So now we're gonna cut it open and see what it looks like.
Surely delicious.